test them real quick. Yep, I'm live. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Now, as of yesterday, that was a makeup stream for Mondays, but today we'll be doing the Naga Temple and killing the unicorn, which I am quite happy to do. Horse salami. Now, let us begin.
The demigod Krotos, one of the sniveling cowards who had banished the ultimate evil, had just marched his alliance army out of the swamplands to fight the snake-like Nagas. The ultimate evil wanted to teach him the full futility of war by ensuring his untimely passing. Besides, the Nagas could prove to be valuable allies.
Handy indeed. Let us begin. Now, this will be a Let's Play of Dungeons 2, obviously, but if anyone wants to, if anyone makes a comment on Dungeons 3, just let me know. But other Let's Plays will be planned.
King Robert was defeated, but there were more heroes whose life the ultimately vindictive evil was after. Here in the swamplands, the demigod Krotos was just leading the Alliance's troops against feral Naga clans. They had retreated here after the collapse of the Dark Army. It would seem sensible to first strike an alliance with these Nagas before the impatient evil squared up against Krotos.
Yeah. Five snots off the bat. That should sort everything out. So the 2 treasuries, one room. So we can have all the beer, and this will be the main source of everything. Because today this mission allows us to have access to magical items, magic and other adjacent items, which is pretty handy. I'll try some real quick. That could essentially work.
The first brewery was built underground. Later, orcs and goblins would get obscenely drunk there, and then meander through the dungeons, slurring their words and singing lewd songs.
Yeah. Every time. Every time. If you don't know, having 2 kettles just allows you to have an endless amount of beer. You need endless amounts of it.
gold-greedy evil built the first underground treasury, thus laying the foundations for insane amounts of hoarded treasure. The Alliance had discovered the presence of the ultimate evil. This had nothing to do with a tip-off from a certain narrator who wanted to increase the tension. It was pure coincidence. The good people responded, as you might expect, with a direct attack on the dungeon. Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room. They joined the ultimate evil.
Nice! I get another free one.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Quite happy that we can.
Payday.
We just need to build the essentials.
There are enemies in your dungeon. A tinkerer's cave had been built. Soon, traps and doors in the dungeon would make any would-be hero's life more tricky. Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room.
Yes.
They joined the ultimate evil. Pleased Evil's hard-working goblins had made plans for a new room, a guard room. There, creatures could patrol and keep a lookout for heroes. Immediately, the ultimate evil got down to having this room researched.
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to wear doors first. They're gonna be a lot more. If you do not know, I was at 109. I don't know. So, the more rooms you have, the longer it takes for stuff to get done. Therefore, it's better for you to have extra stuff to do doors, for example. That's going to be very
There was a strange rock formation in the east of the dungeon. Whatever could it mean?
boom!
It's payday.
Okay. So, in more important things, oh, look at that. More adventurous. Essentially, we want everything done properly. That is the best bait trap in the game, just hands down. The most important trap you can think of is definitely the explosion treasure chest. All heroes can't help themselves but go, shiny, and just pick up Tui Kabloom. They're gonna be Kazooie and that. They just get blessed.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Yeah, we're gonna win. We're just gonna win. Like 6 orcs.
Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room. They
We've
joined
got 7
the ultimate
orcs.
evil.
7 orcs and 2 goblins. That's mad. Oh, I love this game sometimes. You do some crazy stuff.
Out there, the swamplands look bleak and unfriendly. Not an area Charlie exerted.
I can't see the chat. Hold up. Hold up. I can't see the chat. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm gonna use my fucking phone. Every time I have to use my phone. How you been? I've got 7 orcs! Lynn, I'm gonna beat up hobbits! Hold up, what's behind here? I did not know that gold pile existed. Anywho, I could... Let's do some traps first. That'd be the most sensible idea. I'm just firstly discovering the maps. So when you might not play this game, you don't have to look up everything just to know where everything is. Snots. Snots.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
I'm glad to hear you well, man. So yeah, streaming on YouTube, it's a bigger pain in the neck, but...
There was a strange rock formation in the east of the dungeon. Whatever could it mean?
But I am enjoying quite a lot of this game on YouTube. Because I can archive the streams, which is really nice. There is still... Oh, my snot's doing. I could sell another... I could, like... No, I don't need to buy things.
Hopefully no one has arachnophobia. A spider nest has been discovered.
Spider. Treasure chest trap. We've got the hospital. And that should be nice. And we'll have a lovely hospital here. Don't worry, Lynn, I'm building a hospital for you. beer? Oh shit! Fuck! We've actually come across an actual problem. We're running out of beer. I'm gonna do the evil thing and goblins don't receive pay. Don't worry, Lynn. We'll give you endless amounts of beer and hospital care. We're making this dungeon for you. See that? That's your spirit projected on the throne there. Don't worry about it. We're gonna have endless amounts of beer and God
Some
knows...
creatures had been hiding in a secret room. They joined
back to 7
the ultimate evil.
You're gonna have all the beer you want, Lynn. You're gonna have all the gold. You're gonna have all the bitches. You're gonna add this to your lore. You're gonna have all the bitches. I still can't believe we nearly ran out of beer there. That scared the shit out of me. That's one thing I refuse to not lack on is beer.
The fingers of a goblin devoted to the unspeakably evil impatiently tapped on the workbench. He was still awaiting orders to begin researching the guard room. Of course, he did it behind the lame evil back, as, after all, he didn't want the hand of terror to torture him in a most unpleasant way.
Oh, right, because you know what? We have that many monsters, we kinda have to increase the beer production. We've got 7 orcs and 3 goblins, and I refuse to fire any of them. Unless they start striking, then I have to fire.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. The guard room was researched and ready for construction. Creatures that were thrown there by the hand of terror would keep watch and be especially vigilant for intruders. They were able to alert other creatures near the guard room and summon them for reinforcement as well.
Actually, no, I don't want to get rid of that. The warhorn! That will distract
There are
them.
countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting.
Yeah, just make this into a big beer room. Door. And then that should be fine. Ah, shit. Just for the sake of it, we're just gonna have this beer.
Payday. The exploration keen evil sent its troops to the surface for the first time. The swamplands spread out before them. The next step was to either find the Nagas and recruit them, or be massacred by the army of the Alliance. It was a difficult decision.
Get him! Nothing but a good old friendly slap to encourage your fellows.
army of the ultimate evil could view the temple from the top of the hill. And it did indeed not look good for the Nagas. The nauseatingly good hero Krotos personally led the Alliance into battle and was forcing the snake creatures to retreat. Only his death would deliver the temple back into the hands of evil. Well, that could be arranged. The troops of the ultimate evil stumbled upon a patrol of the Alliance that had caught some Nagas. Of course, they immediately set about wiping out the much-hated heroes. Oh, and by the way, you could of course also set those Nagas free. The last fighter in the patrol was defeated. Creatures of the Horde cheered. Oh yes, and set the Naga free as well. They were overjoyed to join the ultimate evil. The eager for new units evil sent his creatures further towards where it expected the Naga camp to be. The Nagas kept up their fight to free their unholy temple from the Alliance. If the ultimate evil was to help them win it back, then their support would be guaranteed. Since that fitted perfectly with the planned revenge on Krotos, it was the ideal solution. Enemies have entered the dungeon. The approaching horde startled a few animals. Dinner.
Oh, shit. I got rid of regeneration. Look at these happy boys.
Oh. The Horde defeated the bears with ease and stocked up on bear meat. However, as bear meat is not actually a resource in the game, this was utterly irrelevant. A small group of Alliance troops had gathered here. The presence of the Nagas ensured that the all-seeing evil could see even the cloaked units.
Knows where to hit.
payday.
I've got 3 buttons. Okay, that's
At last, the Horde reached the Naga's camp. They were not able to offer the ultimate evil much help. However, they spoke of an artifact that was hidden deep down in the mountain. It would make defeating the Alliance a piece of cake. The Nagas opened a portal to the artifact using their ancient magic. The insidious evil debated briefly whether it was worth the risk. Finally, however, it decided it was only a question of its creatures' lives, and of course, the ultimate evil didn't give a toss about them. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Sorry about that. It's just a minor distraction. Looks like we won that fight.
The Horde had passed through the Naga portal and found themselves in an old altar chamber, in the center of which lay a very ancient-looking object. This had to be the artifact. Some creatures appeared to be guarding it.
Don't need to worry about them. Let's see. I know what we can do.
Once the artifact guards were eliminated, the artifact began to glow. It almost seemed to be waiting to be picked up. It looked as if the artifact would fit perfectly into the mysterious altar base that lay deep within the dungeon of the ultimate evil. Maybe it would be a good idea to place it there.
They call him Jones.
The artifact was still not on its designated podium, but the artifact was currently lifeless. It needed some magic. The next task for the expanding evil's creatures was to expose some mana crystals. This mana would be necessary to charge the artifact up. Wait a moment, that's already been done. Well, looks like someone's trying to become the teacher's pet. Nerd. But a mana crystal on its own was really of no value to the ultimate evil. It would take a crystal chamber to make this valuable asset usable. A room was quickly installed under the crystal. The crystal chamber shone with the brilliance of a freshly painted room. To exploit this effectively, the success-enabling evil was now able to recruit Nagas. At this exact moment, the clan conveniently placed some of these snake-like beings at its disposal. Apparently, it had not escaped the notice of the Alliance's magicians that something disturbing was going on in the underground. So they decided to mount powerful attacks on the dungeon. But the ultimate evil had been warned. That's what I'm doing right now, by the way, and created such a formidable defense that it would have brought tears to the eyes of any tower defense player. Payday! A cry for help from a few Nagas trapped in a very remote area reached the ultimate evil while it was defending the dungeon. Maybe they could be saved by using a spell, which was ready to be unlocked in the crystal chamber. The creatures of the unstoppable evil continued work on filling the artifact with magic.
Goblin. I'm feeling evil. Goblins of the gold, you don't receive any pay.
The wave-by-wave tactics of the Alliance had so far proven unsuccessful. So, a strategic genius had decided to open up a second entrance to the underground in order to send, well, wave after wave of units into the dungeon. Slowly, but surely, the artifact filled itself up with magic. Enemies have entered the dungeon. The ultimate evil had learned a spell. This would enable the Nagas to be rescued. It immediately set about doing so. The spell ensured the Nagas' safe passage into the dungeon of the ultimate evil. Excellent work. There are enemies in your dungeon. The artifact was almost bursting with energy. It was now producing mana independently and ready to stand by the ultimate evil's side in the battle for the temple. It also gave the ultimate evil access to a few more magic spells. Now it was time to take the temple and destroy Krotos. The ultimate evil gathered all the troops together to attack in one devastating wave. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. It's payday. The unspeakable evil's creatures approached the Alliance's camp. An impressive dam towered into the sky in the background. However, this path led to absolutely nowhere. The ultimate evil, or more precisely its creatures, destroyed the Alliance's camp with the greatest of ease. It considered having a luxury hotel for stressed dungeon managers built there.
Alright, let's begin the attack.
Defend the throne room. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Together with its Naga allies, the army of the Ultimate Evil stormed the Naga Temple. The battle began. Spiders have spread throughout the underground.
Oh, lovely.
be long before Krotos was defeated. Just a few more blows and he would fall. Hey, wait, what do you think you're doing? Come back, you coward! I mean, seeing that defeat was inevitable, Krotos opted for a strategic retreat, leaving the temple in the ultimate evil's power. Gathered evilness then burst the nearby dam, and the Alliance's camp disappeared under waves of water with a very satisfactory gurgling sound.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
Despite the soggy end to the Alliance, the ultimate evil was livid. It had just been robbed of a delicious revenge. But, if I may be so bold, that was yet to come. I saw it in the script. Troubled by the lack of control, the demigod although Krotos managed to escape, the Horde continued on a glorious triumphal march. Now the time had come to set an example. A deed of particularly heinous evilness would inspire the creatures of the Horde to greater things. To this purpose, the Horde moved deep into the wealthy heartland of the Alliance. It was on the hunt for a creature whose sugar-sweet kindness and cordiality would rot the tusks of an orc. A unicorn.
Horse salami.
The Horde had grown impressively. Many goblins and nagas had joined the military evil's army.
Hey Lynn,
but evil
do you think
was
this is
still
your
not
backstory
satisfied.
for your character?
To evolve any further,
Just
a
the
particularly
plot of
vile
Dungeons
act
2.
would be. There was an enchanting fairy-like being in these lands, whose goodness oozed out through its every pore. The death of the unicorn would inspire the Horde to even greater deeds. Moreover, its head would look really nice hung over the fireplace. However, this creature was not only strong, but it possessed an inner magic that could becalm even the most vicious orc and make it change allegiance. Help would be required in order to ensure the Horde wasn't transformed into a pathetic heap of flower-gathering hippies.
This is the first set of like dungeon. It's the first proper hard dungeon where you get stuff done. Yeah, they're taking out.
Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room. Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room. They joined
would you look at
the
that?
ultimate evil.
I've already got a gobble bot and a nugget. We haven't had time to prepare, so.
Rumor had it there was an ancient cave here, once inhabited by orcs. Perhaps the ultimate evil would find some answers there.
Right, this might be a smart move. This might take a while because since I've already got a global bot and a producer, we might need to do some extra stuff. You know what? Give me 8 snots because I don't know how much we can work with. Because 7 snots might not be enough. Go to hospital at least. So essentially, we've got the essentials by other means. Increase our population.
Whoops, just realized I skipped a paragraph, sorry. There were 3 upwardly mobile Alliance cities in the vicinity. Previously, these have been industrial centers with well-regulated trades. However, in recent years, the banking industry had grown exponentially, and so now all the inhabitants worked for the banking sector. These cities have been networked together via a well-guarded road system, colloquially referred to as Wall Street. Is this really relevant? I don't think so.
We're gonna have to try and deal with them. Gobblebot's gonna be really handy at a healer. We just need books. Probably just need 2. Yeah, 3 orcs, Gobblebot, and we'll just play them out quite well. That brings up the other problem. Right, we can't upgrade our snots yet so they can do double work, so having a small room with a quick amount of beer production is just... Although we can now get 9, well, that's definitely enough snots, just genuinely. And that's what I'm happy with. We've got what we need. We can just... It's not going to die of hunger. We don't need to produce any more goblins if the Gobblebot just exists.
Royal aid had reached one of the threatened banks in the shape of a gold-laden donkey. A well-functioning financial bubble like that would always be a law not just to bankers, but to heroes as well, looking for somewhere to store the proceeds of their last forays. Once this was done, they marched straight for the nearest dungeon. Unfortunately, that belonged to the ultimate evil, and as dungeons go, would prove a very hard nut to crack. The ultimate evil would not permit any further gold transports to reach a bank in distress. This was in order to prevent the emergence of any more heroes.
I would like to increase the population. Ah, right, that's all. Yeah, you're gonna go back into the dungeon. Giving up my snots. They're just too handy. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. Ha ha ha! That's a lot of...
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Just down there to clear them out. Me needs not to work. Me needs not to work.
Spiders have spread throughout the underground.
Alright. Let's get to work. Get to cooking. Need to be real quick. I do apologize. I'm just getting myself. Getting me sausage sandwiches. Let's go.
Another bank required government help. Immediately, a gold-laden donkey headed out onto Wall Street.
Interesting. How would we get there? We can't pass the unicorn. Not yet.
There are countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting.
capture another.
It's payday.
What I'll do is I'll pause this one. So I'll save this game. And I will finish this.